Very good morning, dear students. Welcome back after your PT second examination. Today we are starting with your chapter number 5, separation of substances. We need separation of substances. For specific substances, separation is necessary. So we learning in this topic the different separation of substances. We separate in daily routine tea leaves from the tea. We also separate the grains from the stalks when we will harvest it. We need this separation for obtaining pure grains. Again, milk or curd is also churned to obtain the butter or the buttermilk. Here also we are separating two useful components. Again, we have seen the ginning of cotton, means cotton seeds are separated from the cotton fiber. So these are the different methods for separation. When you eat poha, at that time also you are separating chilies from it. Means in our daily routine many times we are doing this separation. Now if you are provided with mangoes and guavas and asked to separate it, what would you do? You will easily separate both the components as they are greater in size. You can easily separate the mangoes and the guavas. So you can put any one into a separate container. So it is very easy to see how materials we can get separate. But what will happen if we are getting the materials to separate out, they are smaller in size than mangoes or guavas, like this type of material. Or if you have given the mixture of sand and salt, then how it is possible to separate it? No, not at all. We are not able to separate this mixture by picking out the grains of sand by our hand. So, for this purpose, we need the different methods of separation, because with the help of hand, we are not able to separate each and every particle of the sand. So, in this lesson, we are learning about these methods. Actually, we are not able to separate such kinds of materials. So, in nature, we are getting many types of mixtures, and from that, we are separating the things which are useful for us. For example, grains or the salt, that is, we are obtaining from the sea. Even for fruits, we have to separate its seeds. Now, here in your textbook, first activity is given. In that activity, we have given some processes of separation and also the purpose of separation and the way of separation. Both things are given and we have to separate the components which are mentioned there. So in first column, separation process are given and then after its purpose. So from second and third column, we have to match the pairs. Now we'll see how it given. So we'll do its separation according to the process and its purpose and the way of separated components. So see table 5.1. Here separation process is given. In that separation process, first one is separate stones from rice. For separating stones from rice, we need, so here separate stones from rice is matched with to remove impurities or harmful components. Whatever impurities present in the rice, that is the stones present, that are harmful components for us, so we'll remove it. And after removing it, we throw away the impurities. We are not keeping impurities as it is, we throw away the impurities. Then second is churning milk to obtain the butter. After churning milk, we obtain two components. These two different components are as a useful components. So its pair is to separate two different but useful components. And then after that two components, we use both the components. So it is matched with, we use both the components, that is butter also and buttermilk also. The next is separate tea leaves. Its pair is matched with to remove non-useful components. And non-useful components, that is the solid powder remain, that will throw away. So we throw away that powder. Now we see that before we use a substance, we need to separate harmful or the non-useful substances that may be mixed with it. Means sometimes we have seen that we separate the impurities or the stones present in the rice, as rice is a as stones are the harmful substances present in the rice. Again, when we strain out the tea, we separate the non-useful substance, that is the tea leaves, from that useful substance, that is the tea. Sometimes we separate two useful components. Which are that useful components? When we churn the milk, at that time buttermilk and butter, both components are useful obtained. So we'll separate both and then use it. Buttermilk separately and the butter separately. So whatever substances we are going to separate, they may be particles of different sizes or materials. They are maybe in solids, liquids, or even in the gases. So in next lecture, we are going to learn about how we can separate such kinds of mixtures. Hope you are understanding, students. Thank you. Have a nice day.